Hey guys. So now that we've talked about the conquerors taking over some of these territories, the next thing we need to talk about is after European countries conquer these natives of these places in the Americas, how do they manage the land and how do they manage the people that are still left over? So that's really the topic of this lesson. This is called the Encomienda system, and it's a kind of a social, political, economic system that Europeans will install in the Americas in order to control the land and the people there. So that's what we're talking about. So once these lands are claimed for Spain, for example, Queen Isabella of Spain declares that not only does the land belong to Spain now, but so do all the people living on it. So, what she starts to do is she starts to give Spanish settlers these land grants, which she basically says, here, go to this place and take this piece of land and work this land and send back here cash crops and raw materials, and we will all, we will share in the profits with you, and so on and so forth. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this land that I'm giving you, and all the natives that are on that land, you're going to force them to just work for you, because not only does the land belong to Spain, but so does the people on it. So now we have the right to force them into labor. And that's really what Spain is going to try to do. So this results in what's called the encomienda system. So basically, all the social, political, and economic systems that existed in the Americas prior to the arrival of the Europeans were wiped away and replaced with new systems that benefited the Europeans. And that's really the general idea behind why they're doing this. So the Europeans essentially established a social system that is based on race. And you will see it here. This is the encomienda system kind of social hierarchy. So this is a chart that you're going to want to keep. Um, Basically, it's based on race and genetics, right? So there are, five or so groups of people. There's others also. Peninsulares are the highest class. Those are people born in Spain that are sent from Spain to manage these pieces of land. They are the highest class, people that are actually born in Spain. Creoles are people that have two pure Spanish parents, but they are born in the Americas. So this is the first kind of quirky thing. Genetically speaking, Creoles and Peninsulares are identical. You wouldn't be able to tell them apart racially. The only difference is that Peninsulares are born in Spain and Creoles are born in the Americas, even though both parents are pure blood Spanish. Then you're going to have mestizos, which are people that are half Spanish, half Native Indian, natives. So, Spanish come over and they have a child with a native. That child is a mestizo. And then another one that's not listed here is mulatto. That is half enslaved African and half Spanish. That is a mulatto. So these are kind of the hierarchy of things. So you see kind of pure Spanish, and then we go to kind of people of mixed race, and then you go to pure blood native and then pure blood African. And this is the order in which these people will sit above and below each other in the social hierarchy. And we use a pyramid again because it tells us who sits above who, and also what are the largest portions of the population. We know the groups that are towards the bottom are the most populous groups, and the groups that are towards the top are the least populous groups. So that's what we're looking at. So you guys are going to check out a document where it kind of really breaks down what the differences are between these people and how these differences kind of play out politically, economically, and socially. So use the resource we got for you to complete the worksheet. And as usual, I'm here if you need me. All right? Later.